That was a winner in their last outing. So we're in for an interesting day of basketball, and it's probably the calm before the storm, Boots, because here it comes again.
I was looking forward to tomorrow's game. I know I was joking around with you before we went on the air, but I was actually looking forward to that matchup of EG and the boys.
I was looking forward to seeing Jack McMullen, who we've been following since our broadcasting days resumed back in 2017.
Exactly. That would have been fun.
I hope that Greg Kordick and Casey Rhodes can get together and find a date on their schedule that they can make that one up, because that would be a shame to lose the West Warwick East Greenwich battle. But today, it's Tori Bird and her West Warwick Wizard teammates against a talented Central team. If you're ready, we're ready. The start of today's game is coming up actually in about 10 minutes or so, but we'll pause for 3 of them and tell you you're listening to high school basketball, the Finetco family of Lumberyards, high school basketball games of the day. From the Dan Sylvester Gym in West Warwick, we're back in a little bit.
We'd like to recognize a couple of sponsors for the media broadcasting and journalism pathway at the high school. Gold Star Retirement and Insurance and Alex Smith. When your family buys insurance through Gold Star, you help build a sustainable resource for Rhode Island educators. The Gold Star team delivers. Everybody deserves peace of mind. Contact Alex Smith at alex.smith@horacemann.com. That's HORACEMANN.com. And the Arctic Playhouse, located at 117 Washington Street in West Warwick.
Work hard to find you the right lender. Our goal is always to get you approved. Central Auto Group has over 600 vehicles to choose from, with hundreds of quality pre-owned cars and trucks. Why shop anywhere else when you get Ford, Mazda, Hyundai, Volkswagen, and pre-owned at one location? Monthly payments are as low as $129 a month right now, only at Central Auto Group. CT.com. Exit 28 I-395. See details.
Your number one buying destination. Central Auto Group.
If you shop anywhere else, you're paying too much.
Welcome to Finetco, a family of lumberyards started in Rhode Island with Coventry Lumber, Rhode Island's first and best drive-through lumberyard. You can visit Finetco at Coventry Lumber in Rhode Island, West Haven Lumber and Waterford Building Supply in Connecticut, and E.L. Morse Lumber in Massachusetts. With our strategic locations, we cover your needs from the New York border to Cape Cod and the greater Boston area, with a standard of best-in-class products for your design and building projects. Coventry Lumber and the Finetco family of lumberyards. One simple call does it all.
Wayne Miller was once an outstanding three-sport athlete at West Warwick High. His teammates always knew they could count on Wayne to lead them to victory. Nowadays, Kent County counts on Wayne for quality electrical service for jobs both large and small. Miller Electric is one of the area's top providers of quality electrical work. Whether it's a new home installation, a complete rewiring, or major electrical repairs, call Miller Electric at 828-0087. Get that electrical job done right the first time. Miller Electric, 440 Providence Street, West Warwick. That number again is 828-0087.
At Bank RI, we've always recognized that from birth to marriage to retirement, change is a natural part of every customer's life. But today, with unprecedented change being part of all of our lives, at Bank Rhode Island, we want you to know that we're not only here for you with the financial services you expect, but we're here with the personalized support you deserve. Bank RI. Change is part of your life. Turning it into opportunity is part of ours. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So, Boots, as you know, I like to get here about an hour before game time.
Yeah, I get here about 45 minutes.
Admittedly, I was late today.
Oh.
All right. But on my way here, I'm at Westgate Crossing, and the phone rings. Hi, John. I'll be there in about 15 minutes. And you can tell the grogginess in the voice. You can tell that basically he may have just gotten up out of bed. Might have had a chance to shower. But I'll tell you, I guess when you're winning, the way Rich Grenier's winning, you sleep better at night and you find it a little bit more difficult to wake up in the morning. who arrived a la Tony Romo 1 minute before airtime. The one and only Rich Grenier. Good to see you, Coach.
Hi, John. First of all, I was up at 6:30 in the morning. I am finishing up some English work as I move into the dean's position at West Warwick.
That's right. Congratulations.
Plus, we have Layla the bunny over our house this weekend, and I had to make sure I showed her some compassion. And I was working. That's what I was doing. I was working.
Bunny sitting.
Finishing up some journalism grades.
Bunny sitting.
Yeah, Layla's beautiful.
Now, how does one acquire Layla the bunny?
All right, Matthew dates Marina Magera, and they've been dating for 5 years. And she purchased a bunny, so I am the grandfather of that bunny. Yes, and we take care of her, usually on Fridays and Saturdays. Yes, she's a sweetheart.
So they can go out at night?
I recommend anyone listening right now, if you have children, forget about dogs and cats. Get a Holland Lop. Okay, I'm not getting paid for this. Get a Holland Lop.
Well, you can say that again.
Rhode Island, Vermont Holland Lops, they sell these, okay? And they're free roaming. They are trained. The bunny has the pick of the house.
Does he have a litter box?
She.
Layla
sorry,
is Layla.
she.
Oh, I'm sorry, Layla.
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry. Does she have a litter box?
Yes, and she is so trained. When she has to go, she goes downstairs, goes into her litter box. She is very clean and doesn't meow or bark.
Oh, that's a plus.
Well, yes.
That is a plus.
Yes. So I recommend for any household, go with a free roaming bunny.
Tune in again next week for another adventure of
Pet Tips
At Home with Rich and Nelia. What does she think about all this?
Nelia is highly allergic to bunnies.
How does this work? Does she move out for the weekend?
We were actually going to get one for our house, and she was holding Layla the first time, and Matt and I didn't buy one because Nelia had such an allergic reaction. However, she knows now not to let the bunny go on top of her, and Nelia's fine now. She hasn't had an allergic reaction in a year and a half.
Text from Wayne Johnson at Aurora Fuel. This pregame show is gold.
You get your money's worth with this pregame show.
We're going to talk basketball when we come back on the Aurora
we?
Fuel pregame show. The Wizards and the Central Knights. We're coming back in a moment.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Europe just passed a new copyrights law. I wish there was something more related to the school, though.
Hey, Nick, what are you reading?
Oh, just Kent County Times.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I just wish it was more related to West Warwick High School.
Oh, that's funny. I have the Magic Word here. It's the school newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, it's produced monthly. It's also online at themagicwordonline.com.
I'll check it out.
All right, cool.
Teen e-cig use or vaping is an epidemic, with 1 in 5 using them, but it's not safe for young people.
Our brains continue to grow until our mid-20s.
Nicotine use can change the way our brains grow, and not for the better.
The part of our brain that makes decisions, calculates risks, learns, and helps memory.
Plus, nicotine can hotwire our brains for other addictions.
Not water vapor, not harmless, and not cool.
More.
Just one more one more footnote that I can't resist. Grandpa also has pictures of Layla.
And Callie. I mentioned to John that Richard and his fiancée, Caitlin, also have a bunny, Callie. And Callie is the most lovable bunny. Lovable bunny.
Here at the Dan Sylvester Gym, it's the Wizards and the Central Knights who are not on the court yet. And there's only about 1 minute and 45 seconds before tip. But, Rich, let's talk a little basketball, because here at West Warwick, both your club, which plays Situate later on, and Steve Lawton's girls team are both having quite the year.
Yeah, well, we knew that Steve was going to have a real solid year because he had the nucleus of the team back this year. And for us, and we have a roster of 6 sophomores, 1 freshman of the 12 kids. And when we fell into Division III, we felt we would do it for 1 year. and go right back to Division II when they get their experience. So we knew we would be competitive, but we're actually playing at a better level than we thought we would. And it's been fun for the kids. And there are so many talented teams that we're facing. It makes me believe sometimes that why do we have a Division III? We could have an enlarged Division II like we had.
Yeah, we
in
were
the
talking
past.
about that
Yeah.
earlier last week, or earlier this week.
And I'm sure there's some Division III schools that are saying, well, Richard, then you shouldn't have been playing in Division III. But the way things were, I thought it was the best move for us, and it's turned out that way. But there are so many good teams, and when they do have a state tournament again, you know, Division III schools don't get a chance because of the point system. But if they made it just 1 and 2, then they would.
Teams are taking to the floor, continuing to be socially distant. We sit at a distance of 6 feet, 1 inch apart from each other. And we take it to the floor, and Greg Gonsalves. I guess we're going to have the national anthem first. And we will oblige. The Wizards in Central and next here on I-105.5 and 1450 AM.
Buying home heating oil isn't glamorous, but keeping your family warm is one of the most important duties you have. Trust Aurora Fuel to provide you affordable, reliable, and dependable oil delivery all year round. Whether you're a longtime customer or one of Aurora Fuel's growing number of first-time clients, you'll always find low prices, courteous staff, and honest value. You can depend on Aurora Fuel, 615-8662. Their number again is 615-8662. Aurora Fuel.
Now it's time for the Finetco Family of Lumber Yards Game of the Day on I-105.5 and 1450 AM. Now with all the action, John Parenti and Johnny Boots.
And Rich Grenier joining us for the first of the two games. He'll be coaching in the second when the West Warwick boys tangle with the Spartans of Scituate. So here we go. Central brings out Janaya Montero to play one of the guards, Mashaya Mangum. I wonder if she's a relation to Johnny Mangum, who's outstanding guard for the Central boys team about 25 years ago.
I don't know. Maybe.
Zahara Cook, Tynese Hedges, and Anaya Wilson, one of the leading scorers for the Knights, round out the starting five. The West Warwick Wizards in their home white uniforms, black numerals, lots of orange trim, with Tori Bird and Kayla Sadler, Kelly Lynn Coslin, Savannah Rogers, and Kaylin Greenhall. Those are your starting fives. We look ready. Once again, those who are here are socially distant, including the crew from Wizards TV. Once again, getting his third straight start at the production booth is Riley Maynard, who knew who Lyndon Johnson was in our trivia question last week. We will get you again tonight, my friend.
Now, from listening to Wizard TV last night, this is supposed to be a tough game between Central and West Warwick, but when I looked at common opponents, Central got beat by almost 57 points to Classical, and the Wizards lost 2, but it wasn't by 57.
Kayla Sadler controls the tap for West Warwick. Central in their road black uniforms with gold trim, kind of a newfound, say that old gold they call it. Torrey Bird to Coslin, gets the ball back at the elbow left. Tried to hit Savannah Rogers with a cross-key pass. It was broken up by Janai Montero. It goes out of bounds to the Wizards.
Little boxing one there, John, on Torrey Bird.
Are you surprised?
Yeah, this early in the, I know we're 6 games into the girls' season, but West Warwick has a lot of good players over there. He was right on the backcourt.
Coslin on the basket from about 16 or so. It's 2-0 Wizards. We remind you we are simulcasting the radio broadcast on 105.5 and 1450 AM. The telecast on Wizard TV, so if we sound a little disjoint, that's the reason why. Bird the drive, the layup, it's good.
That time they switched to a man-to-man. Torrey gets it and just blows right by her defender.
Vinny Scandura, who was quite a good catcher in his day at the University of Rhode Island, the head coach of the Central Knights. Now there's a steal by Rogers, but it's off her feet. A kickball is called.
I didn't realize Vinny was the head coach. He's the head coach of Barrington Eagles.
That's right.
He's a very good baseball coach. We've had a lot of fun coaching against each other over the years.
His father, Mike, a member of the Words Unlimited Hall of Fame, great sports writer for decades. All right, Bird's got the basketball. On the way goes to Greenhall into the corner to Coslin. And a travel is called on Kelly Lynn.
Well, Steve's in his press as usual. That's how he likes to jump out into leads. Put pressure, make your opponent make mistakes, get those easy baskets.
Vinny just took out one of his better ball handlers, Montero. Wilson swings along the right side. This ball is going to be taken by Bird. That's another steal by Torrey Bird after maybe a minute and a half. Coslin, jump shot, bang.
Nice mid-range shot.
This is just what Steve Lawton ordered, 6-0 West Warwick. Hedges, cross court. Now in the middle of the floor is Zahara Cook. Give it right back to Hedges. Picked up by Kaylin Greenhall. There's the setter by Ariel Batista. It's no good. The rebound. And we're going to have a foul on Savannah Rogers. And Hedges will go to the line.
Yeah, that was a real good rebound by Hedges. She came from the outside. That's something you don't see enough in high school. The weak side crashing the boards.
Hedges' first is missed. Central starving for its first point after a minute 49 of the game. And the second falls.
Okay.
6-1 Wizards. Sadler, long lead pass is intercepted. It was tipped by Baptista and taken by Cook. Cook's, there's a 30-footer. No, a little bit wide left. Rebound goes all the way out to Greenhall. There's a 3-on-1. Left to Coslin. Lace it up, no good. Bird, the rebound is up and no good. Central's got the ball. Up and down they go. Here's a lead pass from Wilson. Boy, Wilson gave that one right on the money. A travel was called on the reception.
Definitely a little helter-skelter the last 2 possessions.
Yeah. Kayla Sadler in her senior year. Greenhall. In tight, Coslin won't fall. Rebound tapped around and picked up at the corner. Nice little save there by Rogers. Coslin's turnaround side post is good. 6 from Kelly Lynn early. It's 8-1. There's a steal by Bird. Torrey down the lane, lays it up. No, not that time. The rebound is going to be a foul called against Coslin on the rebound. Try to sneak that Johnny Most reference just at least once.
Yeah, I know. But I didn't see Dennis Johnson out there. if he had a Johnson over
that
there,
would be unbelievable.
Johnson would be perfect.
And if Steve decided to play so that it happened that way, it'd be phenomenal.
Whoops.
Now, for once again, now Hedges throws the ball away. That's 3 turnovers in the last 4 trips down court. And I think Vinny's about to call a timeout. He's going to want a 30. So will we. 5:05 left to play first quarter. Wizards 8, Central 1 on I-105.5, 1450 AM, and Wizards TV.
Experience matters, and at Williamson Law, that experience comes with a well-deserved reputation of excellence. For legal solutions, whether it's divorce, personal injury, criminal law, or estate protection, Williamson Law provides knowledgeable and effective representation. Smart, sensible legal solutions. Williamson Law, 247 Quaker Lane, West Warwick. Call 615-9321.
Well, John, if still on there. Okay, well, John, I have to be honest with you. If the Knights can't handle the press, you won't be talking about Hedges and the Knights in the fourth quarter. We could be talking about Layla and Callie grazing.
Three-point rainbow job by Sadler.
She knocked a few down last night.
11-1. The Wizards coming off a victory, about 14 hours ago against Cranston East. Mangum trying to find a solution here. Goes to Wilson. Little baseline drive went off the hands. Montero's back in the game. She got the ball. Her shot was blocked by Coslin. Rogers took the rebound. Now he's going to skip pass that Bird's going to try and catch up to, but is unable to do so.
Yeah, on a break like that, you really want to see it where they're wide open. You don't want to be throwing it past four defenders. I know Coach Lawton's not going to like that.
Central again facing the pressure. Montero in the backcourt. Over to Mangum. Over the timeline, Bird reached in, got away with it. Rogers reaches in and gets away with it. Steal is taken by Rogers off the foul lane and picked up by Sadler.
They're just forcing the ball, Central. They're having difficulty with Wizards.
Coslin, no. Rebound, Central. Montero up the floor. They have turned the ball over four of the last 5 trips down court.
Man-to-man on the miss.
Cook over the timeline. Stutter steps on Greenhall. And as she approached Sadler, there's a foul. It's probably going to be against Kaylin Greenhall.
Kaylin Greenhall, one of my favorite students this year. I want to talk about a hard worker. She was doing extra credit, and she already had a 99 average.
Oof.
She's a wonderful student. Very, 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 very good student.
Like stories like that. Here's Hedges. Off to Wilson, the ball fake left, the movement right. Strictly left-hand dribble, the baseball pass to the corner. Taken there by Baptista. Now to Montero for 3, it's no good. Rebound free to the floor. Bird's got it, lead Sadler. The layup is good.
That's the pass you want on the fast break. She clearly was ahead of the pack. That was a beautiful pass by Torrey.
13-1. Kayla Goldstein now in the Wizards line. They triple team the ball handler, but somehow it reaches Wilson. She'll back it out. The Wizards will stay in man-to-man. Now a little switch. High post right, it went to Baptista. Started the drive, buries her way in, and misses the shot. Ball tapped around. Montero lays it in. 13-3. Wizards back in a hurry. Sadler to the corner. Bird, no. Greenhall can't corral the rebound. It's taken there by Mangum. Wow. There's also an Andrea Magnum, who is an extraordinary athlete at Central. Montero, no. Rebound Goldstein in the corner. Here's another lead. Coslin on the sneak away. Won't go. Greenhall is right there to lay the putback home.
Nice job by Kaylin.
Vinny is going to be upset about one thing. His girls did not get back. He's called a timeout.
And they're having such a tough time with the Wizards defense.
2:22 left in the first. 15-3 West Warwick. Here on I-105.5, 1450 AM, and on Wizards TV.
Wayne Miller was once an outstanding three-sport athlete at West Warwick High. His teammates always knew they could count on Wayne to lead them to victory. Nowadays, Kent County counts on Wayne for quality electrical service for jobs both large and small. Miller Electric is one of the area's top providers of quality electrical work. Whether it's a new home installation, a complete rewiring, or major electrical repairs, call Miller Electric at 828-0087. Get that electrical job done right the first time. Miller Electric, 4 440 Providence Street, West Warwick. That number again is 828-0087.
Wayne Miller not here today. The sanitizer, we call him.
Oh, really?
The ball sanitizer.
He's been sanitizing the balls, Wayne?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In between, yeah.
For the girls' game.
Has he been putting a Spock in the ball for the Wizards?
Well,
when
they're
he's been here?
4-1, 5-1 now?
4-2, yeah.
I guess so.
This is for me, from Greg Gunzels. Little careless whisper, wham.
Well,
what an awful song.
2-3 zone.
This song has as much business being in a basketball court or at a basketball game than a ballet does.
Oh. That hurts.
Well, look at that. Quinn Cordick doing the 30-second clock.
Wizards trap at half court. A foul is called on either Goldstein or Sadler. It's going to be against Kayla Sadler. Angela Rivera now in the lineup for the Knights. Wilson's got the basketball off the inbounds from Mangum. Montero for three. Will not go. Rebound by Bird. Torrey went right, went left. Torrey, don't leave her alone. And there she is again. Started the drive off to Greenhall. It goes. Sadler, good ball movement.
That was excellent.
Goldstein missed the three ball. Mangum's got the rebound.
Well, they have the freshman in right now, Gresian.
Who's going to be a very, very good player. Montero, the running left-hander, won't go. Wizards have the ball again, then a tie-up. And a good job there by Montero to tie Goldstein up. Possession arrow goes to the Knights. 1:37 left, first quarter. The first of 8 here at West Warwick today. Richards, Wizards have got the last 4. Inbound to Hedges. Ball fake, will call it travel. Mangum zigged when she should have zagged.
Yeah. I'd like to see Torrey just put up those threes when she's wide open. Such a good outside shooter.
That's Bird with the board down to Greenhall. Back it goes to Torrey. Into the corner to Sadler. Launches the triple. Missed the shot. Ball falls into the hands of Central's Anaya Wilson. Trying to go coast to coast. Out it goes to Cook. Her three is no good. Knights have got the rebound. Wilson again. That one won't go. Torrey Bird the rebound.
Look at this.
Outlet to Greenhall. 3-on-2. Layup won't go.
They just beat him down the floor again.
Again. Gresham's going to go to the line.
You don't look like a freshman. She's a tall girl.
She's got great size. She and Bird basically have the same kind of body type. And the same touch from the foul line. Second shot coming.
Brooke Williamson just came into the game.
And the lefty lets it fly, and this one's going to be short left.
Why?
Bird again. Oh, Torrey, shoot that.
We both said it.
Goldstein, no. Rebound out of bounds to Central.
Oh, they're back into that 2-1-2 press.
16-3. And they break it this time with Hedges. Doubled, knocked out of bounds.
You know, John, there's an old saying that when a team presses you, your players should be where they're not. And right now, Central is actually matching up to the press instead of positioning their girls where they're not. And that's why it's really been tough for Central.
Vinny wants a 30. We'll pause 30 seconds. Third timeout taken by Central in the first 7:35 of the game. 16-3 West Warwick. We'll be back.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Europe just passed a new copyrights law. I wish there was something more related to the school, though.
Hey Nick, what are you reading?
Oh, just Kent County Times.
Oh really, that's cool.
I just wish it was more related to West Warwick High School.
Oh, that's funny. I have the magic word here. It's the school newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, it's produced monthly. It's also online at themagicwordonline.com.
I'll check it out.
All right, cool.
BillsPlaceRI.com. If you're ready for some football this Sunday, Bill's Place is ready to feed you. Call 828-2300 for details or takeout. I'm not used to Rich being here. I'm usually number 2 on the board, not number 3. So I turned him up and me down.
Wife would love to just shut me off sometimes.
And when you go to Bill's Place, say hi to Ken Grenier.
Excellent cook.
3-point try is missed. Rebound Gresian.
You should ask Ken to make you a lasagna someday.
Really?
Yeah, not, probably couldn't do it at Bill's, but he makes the best lasagna.
Greenhall for 3. That one's a little bit shy to the right. Bird the rebound.
Oh.
Torrey's going to get called for a carry.
Yep, good call. Oh, now they're in their 1-2-2 press. But
yeah, they've thrown a couple of at him. Just when Vinny adjusted to
now
the first
Central
one.
has the middle. Oh.
That's how the quarter's going to end.
Yep.
But you're right. Central finally put somebody in the middle of that 4-person block.
Well, when they went 1-2-2, yep.
Hey, it's all Wizards so far, gang. 2:22 until we start the second quarter. Wizards 16, Knights 3 on I-105.5, 14:50 a.m. and on Wizards TV.
The law.
Teen e-cig use or vaping is an epidemic, with 1 in 5 using them, but it's not safe for young people.
Our brains continue to grow until our mid-20s.
Nicotine use can change the way our brains grow, and not for the better.
The part of our brain that makes decisions, calculates risk, learns, and helps memory.
Plus, nicotine can hotwire our brains for other addictions.
Not water vapor, not harmless, and not cool.
490-3200 or visit them online at murphyandfay.com.
Welcome to Finetco, a family of lumberyards started in Rhode Island with Coventry Lumber, Rhode Island's first and best drive-through lumberyard. You can visit Finetco at Coventry Lumber in Rhode Island, West Haven Lumber and Waterford Building Supply in Connecticut, and E.L. Morse Lumber in Massachusetts. With our strategic locations, we cover your needs from the New York border to Cape Cod and the greater Boston area, with a standard of best-in-class products for your design and building projects. Coventry Lumber and the Finetco family of lumberyards. One simple call does it all.
AJ's Restaurant has been a Kent County landmark for decades. It's the go-to spot for great breakfast and lunch. Takeout, too, at 828-4160. AJ's, popular for breakfast, popular for lunch. 1365 Main Street, West Warwick.
You're listening to the Finetco Family of Lumberyards Game of the Day on I-105.5 and 1450 AM. Now, back to John Parenti and Johnny Boots.
Boots, I've got to ask you, we saw Coventry last night playing a much better brand of basketball. They've got the Wizards on Monday. It's going to be a lot more fun than people think.
If they play like they did the second half yesterday, if the Ochre ladies play like they did the second half, they're going to be a great matchup against these Lady Wizards.
And where are they playing them? At Coventry?
At Coventry.
Yeah, we have a game here against Davies.
3:30 on Monday, followed by the Ochre boys.
And they played their first game, right?
Yeah, they played their first game last night, got beat by Mount Hope in a very physical basketball contest.
That was the rumor going around, that it was very physical.
Brooke Williamson to inbound. Over to Kayla Sadler. The Wizards get the ball to begin the second period. High post Coslin. Back to Sadler it comes. Went to the double team, got it off to Goldstein. Coslin, the hold now looks right. A two-pointer is missed. The rebound goes.
You got to rotate back on defense. Vin just switched to a 3-2, and when West Warwick popped the girl out, they thought it was man. They were trying to run the UCLA cuts. But if you're going to play 3-2, someone's got to rotate on the backside. No one rotated on defense just then.
The foul is on Montero. It's her first. And Alexia Herzig was the one that took the shot. She's now in the lineup on the low block. Free throw by Williamson is up and good. 17-3. Central down by a couple of touchdowns. And the second is good. Get a little bit of pressure. This time Mangum breaks it. She's calling out for some help from Montero. Doesn't get it. Didn't get a screen from her either.
Ooh.
Everybody heard that shot. The one problem you have with an empty gym is when somebody slaps you on the way in, everybody gets to hear it.
Yeah.
Sadler's first. A second. Wilson will inbound. Off to Montero. Again, the Wizards size up the D. Three-pointer is an air ball. The rebound falls to the corner. Picked up there by Mangum.
One of the few offensive rebounds that they've actually got. Oh, that was a nice move, though.
Found a little bit of room in the open lane. Missed the shot, though. Now the Wizards again fast breaking. Goes through Goldstein's hands. It's picked up. And a wild shot by Goldstein is missed after the rebound was taken by Herzig. Central's got the ball and order has been restored in the second minute of the second quarter. I'll get Herzig right. Nice move by Wilson to the hole. Running left-hander won't fall. Rebound is ripped down by Goldstein.
Well, they drive in the basket. They can't finish.
Williamson for three. Not that time. Rebound falls into the hands of Zahara Cook. Steve Lawton hasn't been on the bench yet, doing his usual stand-up routine. If we mic him up, there'd be no need for a play-by-play guy.
No.
Mangum.
No one in the middle of that zone.
And Mangum finds that, drives, misses the layup. I'm calling them layups today out of deference to Layla. Williamson's put up is good. Don't want to call them bunnies.
Well, they've had a few bunnies, but they can't make them. They can't finish.
20-3.
That's a good idea, John. We should mic up a coach.
You'd have a lot of trouble engineering that.
Corey O'Leary wanted to do that once with me.
Once is enough. Oh, three-pointer by Montero.
Nice shot.
That is only the second floor basket for the Central Knights today. Sadler hooks it left. Jump shot taken and missed by Coslin. Rebound to Montero. Ball broken away, and she's able to pick it up. Driving now on Williamson and then Sadler. Magnum, center of the floor. Magnum tries that same move, lays it up and in.
And that's like the fourth time they've been able to dribble right through that zone. That was the first time they finished.
Spacing issue. Coslin goes down the lane, underhands it up and no good. She traveled. Steve Lawton has called a 30-second timeout. Under 5 to play here in the first half. 20-8 Wizards. We're back.
At Bank RI, we see change as a natural part of Rhode Island business. We also see opportunity, which is why more companies look to Bank Rhode Island for commercial banking expertise and powerful lending solutions tailored to help business turn new challenges into a new chance for success. Bank Rhode Island. Change is part of your business. Turning it into opportunity is part of ours. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
All right, I know this guy's got one name. The guy that recorded Happy. Anybody?
I'm thinking.
Rich, any guess?
I'm having.
I know he's got like one name, like Pharaoh or something.
Oh yeah, it's Pharaoh.
Is that it?
Yeah.
I win.
Yeah, okay. Riley said yes.
Riley, what is Riley? He doesn't know who Lyndon Johnson is.
Yes, he
but
does.
He knows who Pharaoh is. Near breakup at half court, down to the ground goes Baptista. Wizards come up with the basketball. Cross key pass somehow reaches Herzig. Sadler now goes left. Set shot taken by Goldstein. Missed, got her own rebound. Laid it up, no good. Coslin's on it for the Wizards. Kelly Lynn to the hole. There's the underhander. That's no good. Rebound tapped. Goes out of bounds to West Warwick.
That was good ball movement, and even though they missed the jumper, Kayla Goldstein, she did a great job following the shot. I mean, this game, 20-8, it's just the Wizards are just out hustling the Knights over here.
Haven't seen Tori Bird yet in the second quarter either. Coslin for 2. Got it. The ref was right on that. As I was calling the 3, he pointed 2 fingers up and said, nope, it's just a deuce. 22-8. Well, Bird's going to come into the game now. Wilson the drive. The left-hander falls.
Tell you, if Kelly Lynn continues to work on her range, watch out in the future.
Yeah, she's still just a kid. Williamson off the back of the iron. Back the other way, Wilson. Knocked from her by Goldstein, who stuck a hand in there and created some mayhem down in the key.
Oh, a whole shift change.
Oh, yeah, it's a Fab 5 coming in for West Warwick. Burden, Rogers, Greenhall, Katie Cabreos,
and Gresian.
Tina's kid. Gresian now providing a little defense.
Wow.
And somehow a pass reached Anaya Miranda. Just like Vinny Scandura drew it up. It got there. I can't tell you how. She just threw it on up and in. It's 22-12.
That was
Central
after she
girls a little
traveled.
spirited on the bench. Bird finds Cabreos
What a
down low.
pass.
It was indeed.
So unselfish.
The kid's a special player. Wilson tried to burrow her way down floor. Savannah Rogers tipped it. Now Gresian tips it out of bounds. It remains a Central basketball. Now Central's going to send in 3 new players. Montero is in. Mangum is in. And Zahara Cook returns.
Well, I'll tell you, Wilson, though, she did a good job at least attacking the basket. They're having a tough time finishing, but at least they're getting in the lane.
Montero calls the play. Looks across the key and it's stolen away. Greenhall to Cabreos. I was going to say got away with the travel, but it got called.
Mm-hmm.
Ball doesn't lie, does it, Rich?
No.
Wizards still managing a lead of doubles at 24-12. And a continuation of the pressure down court. This one falls into the hands of West Warwick assistant coach Norm Rajot. It's a West Warwick ball. Greenhall to Katie Cabreos. Savannah Rogers, high post aggression. Had nothing, now to Bird for 3.
Oh.
Yes, sir. How pretty was that?
Beautiful shot.
27-12. Wizards again causing some pressure problems. Bird, the layup is good. Tori, 5 points in 5 seconds. That's production.
And there's that 2-1-2 press again.
Cabreos knocked it out of bounds. It remains a Central ball.
And interestingly, I mean, Central has some tall girls. You'd think they could see over the press, and they really are having difficulty.
Montero was double teamed. The trap now. Here's a 4-on-2. Bird for 3.
Oh,
yes! Shooter's touch.
Absolutely.
10 now for Tori. 32-12. West Warwick has ripped off 10 in a row with 2:05 left to play in the quarter. Long three-pointer. Whoa.
Wow.
That
Zahara
was nothing but the bottom of the net.
That came from the 18th and Valley Country Club. Inbounds rolls to Greenhall. Back to Tori. Bird looks back to Greenhall. Shovels it past to Gresian. Her turnaround won't go. Rebound Central. Baseball pass from Baptista. A little bit too strong for Montero. Goes out of bounds to the Wizards. Central
Again,
has hurt themselves.
You've got 5 white jerseys, and you're trying to force a pass to one person. You don't throw it through threes. You don't.
Yes, Coach. All right, Greenhall left to Cabreos. Looks for the cutting Bird. Tori draws the crowd this time. Gets a return pass. Cross key bounce pass to Rogers. Shot is no good. And the rebound controlled by the Knights. Mangum just flips it on over to Hedges.
Is she going to shoot it?
Cook, why not?
I think she wanted to. She was looking.
Thinking about it. 3-point try is no good. Cook's going to grab the
rebound.
rebound. Rogers was there too, and Central's going to get the basketball. It was last touched by Savannah. Nine on the shot clock. Into the left corner it went. A three-point try was no good by Hedges. Goes out of bounds. It's still a Central ball. If the official would kindly get out of the way, we'd appreciate it. Ball hit the underside of the rim on the inbounds. Now is a
They have
steal.
someone wide open.
Cook on the layup.
Wow.
Makes it 32-17 on the sneak away. I just think Cook was trying to catch her breath in the backcourt. The ball found her courtesy of Ariel Batista. Bird the other way. Right-hander is no good. Rebound Greenhall. She'll bring it back out. Off to Bird. Sets. Launches a triple. It's short. Rebound taken down. Gresham misses. Rebound to the low block. Taken there.
Where was she throwing that?
Baptista just blindly threw it to half court. Steve Lawton wants a timeout. 14.5 seconds left suddenly in the first half. Wizards 32, the Knights 17. Back with more from the Dan Sylvester Gym in a moment.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Europe just passed a new copyrights law. I wish there was something more related to the school, though.
Hey, Nick, what are you reading?
Oh, just Kent County Times.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I just wish it was more related to West Warwick High School.
Oh, that's funny. I have the magic word here. It's the school newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, it's produced monthly. It's also online at themagicwordonline.com.
I'll check it out.
All right, cool.
That's right, Greg Gonzalez. Give me a little bit of M&M.
He has M&Ms?
I got pizza strips for our halftime break or in between games.
Bird over on the right gets a return pass. Side post drive. Shot was blocked.
I guess they didn't want to give her 2 foul shots.
I was just going to say
You're
the
nice
same
saying
thing.
it was blocked because it was a hand right over the arm.
5 seconds left in the period. Bird's outside. Baseline. Lets it fly. No good. That's how the half will end. West Warwick improves its quarter lead by 2. We've completed the first half here at West Warwick, where the Wizards lead Central 32-17.
It's huge.
We'd like to recognize a couple of sponsors for the media broadcasting and journalism pathway at the high school. Gold Star Retirement and Insurance and Alex Smith. When your family buys insurance through Gold Star, you help build a sustainable resource for Rhode Island educators. The Gold Star team delivers. Everybody deserves peace of mind. Contact Alex Smith at alex.smith@horacemann.com. That's HORACEMANN.com. And the Arctic Playhouse, located at 117 Washington Street in West Warwick.
If you shop anywhere else, you're paying too much.
You probably know by now that Bill's Place has reopened for dine-in service, along with takeout and curbside pickup. So why not stop by for lunch or dinner, with all of the great food you've come to know at Bill's? Those signature pizzas and grinders, juicy Angus burgers, our daily specials, and so much more. I'm Nicole, one of the servers at Bill's. The entire staff and I invite you to visit us soon and enjoy the great food, the family-friendly atmosphere, and of course, the outstanding service at Bill's Place. 707 Main Street in the Phoenix section of West Warwick. Call 828-2300 or check out the daily specials online at www.billsplaceri.com.
Time for the I-105.5 and 1450 AM halftime show. Brought to you by Bank RI. With over 20 branches in Rhode Island, Bank RI is here for you.
32-17, West Warwick leads Central. And the first of our doubleheader here on I-105.5 and 1450 AM.
You're not going to go a game without doing that.
I did it yesterday.
You didn't do it?
I did do it yesterday.
You did? Okay.
Old habits die hard. And, of course, we welcome you who are watching on Wizards TV. John Parenti along with Johnny Boots and Rich Grenier. Here's the way the scoring has gone so far for the Knights. 5 for Janaya Montero, a couple for Mishima Magnum. 2 for Anaya Miranda. 5 for Zahara Cook. 1 for Tynese Hedges. 2 for Anaya Wilson. 7 field goals. 1 of 2 from the line for 17 for Central. For the Wizards, Kaylin Greenhall has a bucket. So does Katie Cabreos. Lizzie Gresham's got a free throw. Brooke Williamson, a field goal, 2 of 2 from the line for 4. 5 for Kayla Sadler early in the game. Tori Bird leads everybody. 4 field goals, including 2 3-pointers. She's got 10. Kelly Lynn Coslin had 6 early, another deuce in the second. She has 8. 13 field goals, including 3 3-pointers, 3 of 4 from the line. 32 points for West Warwick. It's 32-17. Rich, what do you like about it?
I mean, West Warwick just clearly is just a better team. They move the ball well. They're unselfish, and they're in more control. The Central, they certainly have some athletes out there, but they're not playing as a cohesive unit at all. A lot of 1-on-5 against the zones, which I have to admit, if there was one negative for West Warwick, they're allowing that dribble penetration with their zone. If they were playing a better opponent, that would be a huge concern, but it isn't against Central. It just isn't.
The other thing that's really hurt Vinny Scandura's team, they have more turnovers than Miller's Bakery.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, against the press. But again, that's what Steve likes to do. Establish, put pressure on your opponent early. Try to get those easy baskets before they settle into the game.
While we have a chance to talk about it, your game against an unbeaten Scituate team is going to be a very, very good basketball game. What do you know about the Spartans?
They're going to play just like us, and wouldn't surprise me if 33 is on hit today. That's the way the game's going to be played. Very fast pace, and they like shooting the 3, and our job will be to try to take away that 3, just as Scituate's going to try to take away our 3-point shooting.
And another example of why everybody should be consolidated in Division II.
Again, there are
basketball.
Really talented. Like, I think, my team this year, we'd definitely be in the lower end of 2, but I've just seen so much talent. The team we beat the other night, Blackstone Valley Prep, they have a center, Xavier Mendez. He's just as good as anybody I've seen.
Thank you for listening to the Bank RI halftime report. Suddenly we'll go to the third quarter as everybody looks to be ready. So are we.
Hi, Kaylin. See, one of my favorite students.
I know her aunt, Mary Bradshaw, from Mind and Body. Shameless plug. Into the corner to Bird. Launches the 3. Missed. Rebound put up by Coslin. That's no good. Rebound tapped around. Picked up by Central Zahara Cook.
Yeah, and Zahara Cook, if you're really noticing, everyone on the floor, they're breathing fine with those masks on, but she's laboring. You watch her for a little while.
Mangum down the lane. Lays it up and hits.
They drove to the left and they got a shot right away. Wow.
32-19. Kayla Sadler lofts a pass to Coslin. It's intercepted. Now here's the lead from Montero. Throws it up with the right hand from the left side. Dan Sylvester would have never enjoyed that. Rebound goes out of bounds to the Wizards. I remember Dan saying 2 things. Left-handed from the left side, and you don't go down the middle.
Cook is holding her hamstring, too.
Yep. And really laboring. She's out there now. Stops, looks. Mangum lets it fly and hits.
Wow, beautiful form. Wow. That was a nice shot.
Mashaya Mangum, 6 points. 32-21. Here come the Knights back into the ball game. Bird looks, Bird drives, Bird dumps it off. Greenhall, baseliner, no. Nothing there but black shirts. Rebound was taken care of by Tynese Hedges.
See the heavy breathing?
Yep.
That happened all first half.
Cook lets it fly off the back of the iron. Kelly Coslin will rebound. Off to Bird. Tori starts her drive. Brings
Great
on up.
take.
Scores and one.
Reward her for that penetration. That was excellent. But she's gotten better moving to her right. I mean, she could. Last year she was shooting with her right hand, but that was a real beautiful move the way she finished that.
Foul is charged to Zahara Cook. Her first. It's only the second foul on a Central player in the ball game. So Tori goes to the line, makes the first.
Here comes the press, John. Yup.
And steal by Bird from Cook. Off it goes for a three-point try that is missed by Coslin. Ball goes out of bounds without harm. Tori says, Kelly Lynn, don't worry about it. And again, the pressure. Montero over half court. Got an open lane. Starts her drive. Lets it fly. No. Ball falls free. Taken by Bird. Tori looks up the floor. She's got Sadler. One-on-one. Dumped it off to a trailing
Something happened to
Coslin.
Kaylin Greenhall. She may have got hit.
They're going to call a foul on Savannah Rogers. Kaylin looks to be okay now.
Yeah.
Second foul on Rogers. Wilson throws it into the hands of Coslin. Here come the Wizards back the other way. Off toward Greenhall. That one's picked off. Here's a 3-on-1. Wilson, no. Fouled by Rogers.
Nice take.
So Savannah picks up her third with 5:36 left. Central's kind of still in this thing. Richard 35-21.
Well, you know, this is the thing that coaches have to think about. Like, Steve really let up in the second quarter, and, you know, Central was able to get a little comfortable. And you want to be a sportsman when you're coaching, but sometimes it will bite you. And I think that's the only reason why they're in is because he let up a little bit.
Two by Wilson.
Oh, look at this break. Oh.
Bird from Sadler for two.
I've got to show my players that. That was great.
36-23. Inbound to half court. Wilson is either fouled by Coslin or lost the ball out of bounds. It's a Wizard ball, no foul.
I mean, they got that ball just then on the break, up there within 3 seconds.
Sadler's drive. Yes.
Oh, nice.
Kayla Sadler with 7, 39-23. Here they come again. Wilson had trouble finding the handle. Sets up, launches a pass, and a 15-footer is missed by Hedges, and the rebound's controlled by the Wizards. Coslin will walk the floor.
A little pick.
Set by Rogers for Bird. Torrey gives it off to Greenhall. Shovels it off Coslin from 17. No. Sadler got the rebound. That was a pretty good one.
You know, she came from the weak side.
Coslin couldn't control the rebound in the corner. It'll be a Wizard ball as it was last touched by Montero.
Well, they took Magnum out, and she's been playing pretty well.
Magnum and Montero come out. Sadler for three. No. Ball will go back to the Wizards. It was mishandled by Hedges along the baseline. Kaylin Greenhall will inbound. A bounce pass to Coslin. Got it right back. Launches a triple. It doesn't fall. They come down with the rebound, the Knights do, and here's a 1-on-4 by Wilson. Forced it. Missed the shot. Greenhall got the rebound. Heaves a pass to Sadler. Shovels it off to Coslin. Travel called. Kelly Lynn's not happy.
She probably wishes she had passed to Savannah. Savannah was wide open. But, I mean, she was trying to be aggressive to the basket, too.
Cook slaps the basketball, trying to work the press breaker. Wilson, middle of the floor. Off to Cook, now to Hedges. Hedges looks down low, and it's picked off.
Another turnover.
Lizzie Gresham off on the left to Greenhall. To Tory Bird. Drives. Throws the running right-hander up. It's no good. Out of bounds to Central.
Steve's keeping that pressure on. Get this game up to about 25 points.
Pass lofted by Wilson to Hedges. There's the double team. Look down low. Miranda's in there. She couldn't control. Now she's bottled up in the corner by Gresham. Forces the steal, gets the ball.
Nice pass.
Lead to Greenhall, up and in.
Nice job by Kelly Lynn, and Greenhall ran the floor very well. Very impressed with the way the girls break.
41-23. Gresham the steal, but then she knocks Wilson down, and it'll be called for the foul. For Gresham, her first.
Now, John and John, I know that you don't have Dunkin' Donuts yet for a sponsor, right? Maybe you'll get one after I tell you something in a minute.
I can't wait for this. Montero.
Oh,
it's a three.
Nice.
Coach
Janaya
Florence,
Montero.
he
Holy
sits
mackerel.
back in his zone, and Central's able to hit that three.
Montero kicks that one out of play.
Well, if you see that young man across doing the 35-second clock.
Yep.
Okay. Quinn has picked up 10 charges this year. Every time one of my players get a charge, they get a $5 gift certificate. They get the Dunkin' Donuts.
Really?
Yep.
Bird down the lane.
We played
Rebound
4 games.
Gresham.
He's got 10 charge. Picked up 10. One game he picked up 4 in the first half.
It's expensive.
Oh, he's got an appetite. I'll tell you that much. $5. I've got them in my bag. I give it to him after the game. Although I owe him the one from Blackstone Valley. I got to give it to him before the game.
It was a nice lay-in by Gresham, getting her own rebound.
Bird will get the rebound of that miss. And we'll head back up court. Baptista falls back into the defense for Central. Bird's outside. Bird will look. Bird will drive. Bird had it knocked out by Montero, and Williamson ties up Montero.
So your public relations need to tell Dunkin' Donuts that there's a guy that gives $5. Maybe they should be a sponsor.
I'm going to run down the street.
Every time you get a charge, you get a $5 gift certificate.
I'm going to tell Melissa Richard, who works at the new place on Providence Street or Tollgate Road, the new one.
Yeah.
And I'm going to demand that they spend some bucks.
Well, to let you know, we've picked up 17 charges this year. We used to make it a soda. When I coached Stacy Garrick and Tom Driscoll, I gave Tom a case of root beer, 24 sodas at the end of the year. That's how many charges he had picked up. But it's not 2003 anymore. It's 2021. You got to go $5 gift card at Dunkin' Donuts. They have healthy food there.
True.
Especially those coconut jelly sticks. See, I think to be healthy, you need to be happy. And coconut jelly sticks make me happy, so I must be healthy.
I like the way he thinks.
And if my wife is watching right now, she would say, "Shut up, Richard. Too much sugar."
She is a nurse.
Yeah.
Oh, I've missed you this season, Grenier.
Well, I'm hoping next year when everything returns close to normal that we have a full season because I've enjoyed it.
Well, Williamson on the inbounds to Katie Cabreras took a bump from Montero. They called a foul.
And I will tell you that Coach De Silva has decided that anytime we hold an opponent under 50, we have to win, though. He's going to buy the team pizza, so that's another thing we're trying to get the kids to work at. Ooh.
Kelly Lynn goes down hard after the layup. And she's still down. Her entire team is there to help pick her up. She's okay. The sophomore took a licking. Keeps on ticking.
No shots on that. Wasn't she shooting the ball? Maybe I missed that.
Not if you're wearing a striped shirt that said it was on a pass.
Oh.
Sure it was.
She gets hit like that. You put her on the foul line. I don't care what the score is.
I think you're right. Williamson the inbound. Bounce past. Reached Cabreos. Goldstein is in the game. She hit the ball to Williamson, who kisses the glass and knocks it home.
I don't know if you guys could hear it, but she called that too.
I didn't hear it.
She did. She called it. I could hear it.
46-26. The Wizards back up by 20 with 1:40 left to play here in the third. Mangum denied the lane by Cabreros. Now deposits it down low.
That was a pretty play. That was a nice little pick and roll. That's the first time I've seen Central do that all night.
Nice pass.
And
nice salad aggression. Oh, she couldn't finish it.
Williamson puts it up with 2, 4, 6 Central arms trying to block the shot. And they call the foul on Baptista.
John, they do a nice job, Central, and then they don't get back on defense.
And when you're playing a good team like West Warwick, they take advantage of things like that.
No, and they have, they have 2 or 3 seniors playing Central.
Brooke Williamson looking for her 7th point after the miss. Greenhall is in. Cabreros comes out. Herzig back in along with Gresian, Williamson, Goldstein. And the second shot is good.
Oh, a little man-to-man now. Or should I say person-to-person.
47-28. Mangum finds a handle. Got a pick from Cook, drives the lane. Tried to give and go back to Cook, who's still in there despite that injury that we thought she had.
She's limping. But Kaylin Greenhall did a nice job switching and then picking up Cook, which forced that turnover.
Goldstein with 20 on the shot clock finds an open man. Layup was missed. Rebound falls free to the floor. Goldstein picked it up to Greenhall. Now to Herzig. Back to Greenhall.
Take that shot. Take that shot.
Lizzie Gresham. In and out. Rebound by Goldstein. They'll set it up again.
Look at this.
32 seconds left in that.
Very disciplined. I love the way they do the zipper cups into the block, too.
Shot missed from the outside. Couldn't tell you who because somebody's in the way. It was Herzig.
It's not a cheerleader. It's an official.
Well, I remember last year getting hit by the cheerleaders.
That's right.
So do I, right in the face.
Yeah. It was in Coventry.
It usually is, isn't it, Boots?
Yes, it is.
Just one incident in West Warwick over the last 3 years. But at least one in every third game in Coventry. 10 seconds left. Wilson looked right, went left, launches a left-handed shot that's no good. Ball to the floor. It will go to West Warwick with 4.7 left to play. Greenhall up the floor.
Shoot that.
Goldstein will let it fly. Get called for a travel.
There's just one little bunny hop just then.
It's all about the bunnies, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I'm thinking leads almost up to 20.
Shot from three-quarter court wouldn't have counted anyway, and at the end of 3, the Wizards are back up by 19 points. 47-28 over Central. We're back with more in a little bit on I-105.5, 1450 AM, and Wizards TV.
Teen e-cig use or vaping is an epidemic, with 1 in 5 using them, but it's not safe for young people.
Our brains continue to grow until our mid-20s.
Nicotine use can change the way our brains grow, and not for the better.
The part of our brain that makes decisions, calculates risk, learns, and helps memory.
Plus, nicotine can hotwire our brains for other addictions.
Not water vapor, not harmless, and not cool.
At murphyandfay.com.
Welcome to Finetco, a family of lumberyards started in Rhode Island with Coventry Lumber, Rhode Island's first and best drive-through lumberyard. You can visit Finetco at Coventry Lumber in Rhode Island, West Haven Lumber and Waterford Building Supply in Connecticut, and E.L. Morse Lumber in Massachusetts. With our strategic locations, we cover your needs from the New York border to Cape Cod and the greater Boston area, with a standard of best-in-class products for your design and building projects. Coventry Lumber and the Finetco family of lumberyards. One simple call does it all.
Brad, let me introduce you to one of the most important people in Peytonville. He chooses Nationwide to help protect all the families, businesses, and dreams in town.
Seems like he's a local celebrity.
He's a local legend.
Nationwide Mutual Insurance Company and affiliates, Columbus, Ohio.
At Graham Insurance, we know there are many coverage options out there. That's why we partner with Nationwide to help you find the best protection for you and your family's needs. Visit GrahamInsuranceInc.com to learn more. Wayne Miller was once an outstanding three-sport athlete at West Warwick High. His teammates always knew they could count on Wayne to lead them to victory. Nowadays, Kent County counts on Wayne for quality electrical service for jobs both large and small. Miller Electric is one of the area's top providers of quality electrical work. Whether it's a new home installation, a complete rewiring, or major electrical repairs, call Miller Electric at 828-0087. Get that electrical job done right the first time. Miller Electric, 440 Providence Street, West Warwick. That number again is 828-0087.
You're listening to the Finetco Family of Lumberyards Game of the Day on I-105.5 and 1450 AM. Now back to John Parenti and Johnny Boots.
Let the fourth quarter begin here in West Warwick, where the Wizards are up by 19.
Well, flex cut just then. That's what PC likes to run. Done them really well this year.
Editorial opinion by Rich Grenier, not necessarily a reflection of the Ponte Communications.
A URI grad and a father of a URI cheerleader.
I've been to URI and PC. I'm just going to say I'm a little disappointed with the Friars this year.
I think we all are.
Yes,
feel bad for Eddie.
At least I know why they didn't want to play the Rams.
Yep.
Because that would have been a loss.
Green
and yes,
Hall
I said it. It would have been a loss.
You're right, Rich.
Couldn't handle a guard.
Oh, yeah, it's true. And you saw what happens when URI loses Fats Russell at the point the other night. They lose by 1.
Very disappointing that they didn't play this year.
49-28, 7:10 left to play in the game. Mangum goes down the lane, and it's going to be a foul on Kelly Lynn Coslin.
You know, on both teams, they have been competitive. They should just play 2 games a year. I don't know why they don't.
Go back to the old days.
Yeah.
One down at the Ryan Center, one at Alumni Hall this year would have been.
Well, after this year with no spectators, maybe they'll be forced to do that to get money into the programs and these buildings. So maybe they'll do that.
And for Pete's sake, put them on TV.
Oh, absolutely.
Local TV. I'm not talking ESPN Plus or anything. Get them on 10 or 12 or 6 or something. Second shot is up and good.
I have to say it's been kind of nostalgic to see the games at Alumni Hall on TV.
I enjoy that.
Yeah.
I remember doing a game with Chris Clark at Alumni Hall way back.
What a voice he had, huh, John?
He was the best. The absolute best. Bird missed the layup. He comes out to Wilson. The Wizards are back. Wilson pulled out of the 1-on-5 possibility. Looks toward Magnum. Got a pick by Magnum. Or Mangum. Wilson
Nice
drives. Nope, won't go. Rebound to Torrey Bird. Here's a 4-on-2. Bird stops, pops, no. Rebound by Baptista was sent to Rye. Bird's got it. Now they find Coslin. Greenhall did. That one's a little bit short. Rebound out of bounds to Central. Did a Brown game for Dave Sweet on cable TV with Chris Clark. It was really the thrill of my young life. It was special.
Wow.
Chris was the best. Magnum jumped at half court, threw it into the hands of Savannah Rogers. Not a Coslin. Kelly Lynn down the lane. In traffic. Dumped it off. Greenhall lays
What
it
a
in.
nice little pass she made just then. That was excellent. There were some players that would just force that, and she set Kaylin up so well just then.
51-29. Wizards up 22. 5:50 left to play. Deep try. Baptista won't fly. Rebound by Savannah Rogers. Greenhall's baseball pass reaches Bird. Nice pass to Coslin.
I don't want to say anything because I got the pleasure of coaching Cody in baseball, but I'll tell you, his sister just made a beautiful pass, baseball pass.
Now you know how the family genes make their way. Here's a steal for a quick moment by Cabreros. She got tied up, and did they call the held ball or did they call the foul?
Can't tell. Wow. I'll tell you, and speaking of her brother, Cody could have been an all-state athlete in any sport. He is one of them. I call him the Doug Haynes of the 2000s because Doug could play any sport and do it very well. Cody's the same way.
Greenhall outside, over to Bird. Torrey looks back to Greenhall from the wing. Got the triple.
Yes.
And I think that's going to do it for the five that are in there now. Steve Lutton called timeout immediately after the basket. 56-29 Wizards. We're back with more from the Dan Sylvester Gym in a moment on I-105.5, 1450 AM, and on Wizards TV.
Oh, wow. I didn't realize that Europe just passed a new copyrights law. I wish there was something more related to the school, though.
Hey, Nick, what are you reading?
Oh, just Kent County Times.
Oh, really? That's cool.
I just wish it was more related to West Warwick High School.
Oh, that's funny. I have the magic word here. It's the school newspaper.
Really?
Yeah, it's produced monthly. It's also online at themagicwordonline.com.
I'll check it out.
All right, cool.
You need Williamson Law, 247 Quaker Lane, West Warwick. Call 615-9321.
We're back. Wizards have the ball left for a central miss. Brooke Williamson misses from the wing right side. The rebound is up and no good. Wilson has it for the Knights. Triple team. They're on the floor. Herzig is there. Williamson took a ball off the face at half court. Montero is down. Cabreros is down.
You know what's great, though?
Basketball rodeo has broken out.
But it's a 27-point game, and both teams are diving for the ball in the corner there, and I love that. You know, they're
four bodies on the floor in the corner, and then two more at half court.
At least they're playing hard, despite what the score is.
Hedges flings it off to the right side. Central's now made some substitutions as well.
Yeah, they got really small.
Andrea Bueno is in, the freshman. So is Anaya Miranda. Back in the ball game is she. Sadler, who stayed on the floor. Gresian, no. Little turnaround was no good. Back it comes to Sadler. Ball movement again. Goldstein, yes.
Just excellent ball reversal just then.
58-29. The Wizards are up by doubles. 3:40 left to play in the ball game. Vinny Scandura wants timeout. So with the Wizards up 58-29, we'll pause for this from Cherry Boots.
Let your Super Bowl Sunday celebration begin with game day specials from Bill's Place, 707 Main Street in Phoenix. Dine-in specials until 6, takeout specials until 7, with plenty of delicious choices. Dine-in specials include half-off wings, rings, and skins, half-pound Angus cheeseburgers, and so much more. 4 great takeout specials featuring Bill's great pizza and wings, and 8 great bundle deals. Check them all out at BillsPlaceRI.com. If you're ready for some football, this Sunday, Bill's Place is ready to feed you. Call 828-2300 for details or takeout.
Yeah,
58-29 the score. We want to give props to our gang from Wizards TV. I know Eric White's here somewhere. Or maybe he's not. I think he probably went to the chow wagon. But Ethan Britson and Morgan Judd are on the cameras. And, of course, Riley Maynard is handling the production.
Doing a fine job. Let me tell you, I'm watching it on my iPad. Fine job. All 3.
We've come to expect it. They do a great job.
Well, Eric White's done a great job with that program now at West Warwick.
Here's Williamson off the miss by Bueno. She stops and lets it fly. It's no good. Rebound falls free to the floor. Sadler's going to pick it up. Off on the left. Goldstein, not this time. Rebound again falls to West Warwick. A three-point try is missed by Herzig. It goes out of bounds to the Knights. That may not have been a three.
Now, John B.
Yes.
How come you don't mention the stuffies at Bill's place? Those are delicious.
That's my fault, and you're right, they are.
Well, I don't write the script.
You know what I had yesterday? I had the lobster bisque.
Oh, they had lobster bisque yesterday?
It was phenomenal.
Oh.
Sorry, Kenny makes the best pizzas.
Oh,
He
he's
does.
excellent.
He
He's
does.
excellent.
Oh, yeah, basketball.
Well, I
Montero
told
missed
you.
a shot.
I told you once it's 25-27. You know, it's.
Look at us. We know food.
Oh, I definitely.
Anybody
know
who
food.
looks at Rich or I, they know we know food.
I'm healthy.
Me
He's
too.
happy.
Gresian off the side post pass to reach Williamson. Williamson bordering on double figures. Gresian in tight, dumps it off down low. Cabreos. Oh, look at the passing. Shot is missed by Gresian. The rebound is up and no good. Gresian pulls down the rebound.
Better put it up. She's only got 5 seconds on the clock.
That probably is not right because
They should have reset that.
Yeah, that should have
That should have been reset.
Oh, I really think
it's 58,
Quinn.
It's 58-29.
I knew
so.
Quinn would be upset. I didn't give him that $5 gift card yet. I think that's what he's looking at me saying, you owe me a card. And he wasn't paying attention to the game.
Back the other way, Montero threw it into the third row.
Got another. I think we have the last wizard coming in now.
Cadence Nunes makes her appearance. Scott and Jen's daughter. Lionel's granddaughter.
I was going to say that. I usually add that, don't I?
Oh, here comes Williamson.
She'll
three.
launch.
Ooh.
It will not go. Rebound taken down by Hedges. Outlet pass to Viviana Giussino. Another freshman who just came into the ball game.
Ooh.
Kate is going to get called for a foul right here.
Problem.
Lizzie Gresian is going to help to pick up the central player.
Well, that's the third time she's reached to help someone. Right? Good sportsman.
Absolutely. Janiyah Montero off on the left. 3-point try. No, won't go. Rebound Gresian trying to get herself free from central arms and does so. She's got the ball now. Left it goes to Nunes. Cadence off to Herzig, who launches
a
17-footer that's good.
Yeah, her foot was over the line.
Yep. West Warwick has scored 11 in a row, 60-29. They look down low. Layup is missed. Rebound controlled by the Knights. Comes out to Bueno. Shot is no bueno, and the rebound by the Wizards. Nunes will finagle at the half-court circle. She fiddles and diddles and moves to the right. Cabreos had the ball pass stolen away. Tried to bounce pass. It was stolen away by Montero. And now Vinny will send the rest of his shock troops in with 49 seconds left to play. Just wanted to get them in.
Yep. I personally get a little nervous when I don't see the social distancing. See how close they are over there. They've really
kind of gravitated together.
Yeah.
45 seconds left to play in the ball game, and an errant pass from another freshman, Ayanna Valley. And it's a Wizard basketball. Cadence Nunes trots up court. Cabreros comes out, shovels it down low. Herzig's shot is no good. Gresian's rebound is no good. Gresian again is no good, but we have a whistle and a foul with 30 seconds to play.
She really does work the board, this one.
Another, basically a puppy in the basketball game of life, Lizzie Gresian.
Dad's 6'4", mom's 5'5". We know where she gets her height from.
I know where she gets her basketball ability from.
Absolutely.
So Lizzie will get another. And she lets it fly, and it's nothing but net. 61-29 now, 12 in a row for the Wizards to lock it up. And I think Vinny wanted another timeout, didn't get it. Valley throws it on the left with a skip pass, and then the return is stolen away by Cabreros. Here comes Katie with 15 seconds to go. They can just dribble it out. Steve Lawton says, just dribble it out, Cadence. She'll back it up over to Williamson. Clock runs down to 3, 2, 1. It's over.
It's a huge win for West Warwick. 30 points.
Now they can set their sights on Coventry. The one thing that we didn't say was that this was a trap game leading toward Monday in the interest.
What is Coventry's record? Because I haven't been really.
They're 0 for. They're 0 for 5. Oh. But they have played much, much better in the last 2 games that we've seen them than they have all season.
They played phenomenal in the second half yesterday. They really did.
Against an East Greenwich team that was led by Alex Mega.
If Mega didn't score 19 in the first quarter, it would have been a heck of a lot closer, and I really think Coventry could have won yesterday.
Mm-hmm. They battled back from 21 to within 2 and had the ball with 27 seconds to go.
Yeah.
So that's Monday, our first game of the Monday doubleheader. And then we'll talk about that eventually. We're staying in Coventry for the boys' game. It's a short story. 61-29, your final here. Boots and Rich and I will be back to talk about it on I-105.5, 1450 AM, and Wizards TV.
We'd like to recognize a couple of sponsors for the media broadcasting and journalism pathway at the high school. Gold Star Retirement and Insurance and Alex Smith. When your family buys insurance through Gold Star, you help build a sustainable resource for Rhode Island educators. The Gold Star team delivers. Everybody deserves peace of mind. Contact Alex Smith at alex.smith@horacemann.com. That's HORACEMANN.com. And the Arctic Playhouse, located at 117 Washington Street in West Warwick.
If you shop anywhere else, you're paying too much.
AJ's Restaurant has been a Kent County landmark for decades. It's the go-to spot for great breakfast and lunch. Takeout, too, at 828-4160. AJ's, popular for breakfast, popular for lunch. 1365 Main Street, West Warwick.
Welcome to Finetco, a family of lumberyards started in Rhode Island with Coventry Lumber, Rhode Island's first and best drive-through lumberyard. You can visit Finetco at Coventry Lumber in Rhode Island, West Haven Lumber and Waterford Building Supply in Connecticut, and E.L. Morse Lumber in Massachusetts. With our strategic locations, we cover your needs from the New York border to Cape Cod and the greater Boston area, with a standard of best-in-class products for your design and building projects. Coventry Lumber and the Finetco family of lumberyards. One simple call does it all.
Buying home heating oil isn't glamorous, but keeping your family warm is one of the most important duties you have. Trust Aurora Fuel to provide you affordable, reliable, and dependable oil delivery all year round. Whether you're a longtime customer or one of Aurora Fuel's growing number of first-time clients, you'll always find low prices, courteous staff, and honest value. You can depend on Aurora Fuel. 615-8662. Their number again is 615-8662. Aurora Fuel.
Now, the Bill's Place postgame show on I-105.5 and 1450 AM. Bill's Place, 707 Main Street, West Warwick. Now, back to John Parenti and Johnny Boots.
West Warwick wins 61-29. Here's the way the scoring went for the defeated Knights, who fall to 3-3. Janai Montero finished with 3 field goals, 2 from three-point land for 8. Mashaya Mangum had a good floor game, but 7 points, 3 field goals, 1 of 2 from the line. Anaya Miranda, a field goal for 2 points. Sahara Cook, who played the entire second half injured, 3 field goals, 7 points. Tenise Hedges, a free throw for 1. Anaya Wilson, who also played pretty strongly for the Knights. 1 field goal, 2 of 2 from the line, 4 points. But a good, solid floor game. Yeah, we're still live in. That's all right. You can come over and say hello. Good to see you. Good luck, Vinny. Yeah, pretty good.
They just forced so many turnovers.
The word from head coach Vinny Scandura. Vin, good luck. 11 field goals for Central tonight. 4 of them three-pointers, 4 of 6 from the line for 29. Another good free throw shooting effort by both teams tonight. Boots, we saw like 24 for 28 last night.
Yeah, exactly.
Tonight we saw 10 of 15. So the Wizards outscored Central from the floor 25-11, which is a huge telling point of the game. Here's the way the Wizards scoring went. A couple for Alexia Herzig, a couple more for Katie Cabreros. It was a 2-point night for Kayla Goldstein, 4 tonight for Lizzie Gresian, 1 field goal and 2 of 4 from the line. Cook is still limping, Rich, on the way out of here.
Yeah, she hurt her hamstring.
Kayla Sadler, 3 field goals, including a triple for 7. Brooke Williamson had 2 field goals, 3 of 4 for the line for 7. Kelly Lynn Coslin, 5 field goals for 10 points, and a thank you on the way out. It was an 11-point afternoon for Kaylin Greenhall. 5 field goals, including a 3-pointer. She finishes with 11. Tori Bird, 6 field goals, 1 of 1 from the field line. 13 points in limited action. She really didn't play a lot of minutes today, but scored a lot of points. 25 field goals, 5 3-pointers, 6 of 9 from the line for 61 for West Warwick, which wins at 61-29. I will let the two of, I've got my selection in my mind, but who is today's Bills Place player of the game? Do you need to look at the score sheet?
I know who I
Go ahead.
would
You
say.
go first, Coach.
Well, Tori Bird didn't even score points or shoot early on. She was just distributing the ball when Kelly Lynn hit a couple of shots. Then in the second quarter, Tori Bird hit some big shots. So, again, I would go with her only because she was so unselfish. And she shot when they needed her, when Central started catching up. But that's only me.
I don't know. I like Kaylin Greenhall.
Oh, she played a very good game,
I kind of, I was paying attention, doing the producing and stuff like that, but listening to the headsets, that's the name that just kept coming up. That just kept coming up.
She had a quality game.
Yeah.
She shot really well from the outside.
She really did.
I will second that, and with the deciding vote, I will cast the Bills Place player of the game to Kaylin Greenhall. Plus, because her Aunt Mary is listening, and I know that to be certain. So Kaylin wins edition number 3 for the Wizard girls of the Bills Place player of the game. And, of course, Steve Lawton just left. The girls just left. We're all alone here in the gym with the folks from Wizards TV. They're going to gear up for the action of Richard's game. We're going to do the same. Phew. This one's over. Game 1 of our afternoon doubleheader from the Dance of Esther gym. Won by West Warwick 61-29 over Central. So for Eric White's group at Wizards TV, Riley Maynard and company, for Rich Grenier, good luck in about another hour and a half or so.
Mm-hmm.
And for Johnny Boots, John Parenti, the final score. Once again, the Wizards 61, Central 29.